we call this leveraging untapped talent pools, and I'm not going to take a long time to get to the point. There are pools of talent. There are demographics or characteristics of people who we could hire that experience much higher unemployment. They might be people from disadvantaged backgrounds, who grew up in tougher neighborhoods, who come from a history of maybe drug abuse or violence or poverty. They could be people who are uneducated or unexperienced. Maybe they didn't finish college or even high school or even middle school, or they're fresh out of one of those levels of education and they just have no experience in the green industry at all. They could be people who are disabled mentally or physically to any varying degree. They could be immigrants, people who have come to this country legally, but have struggled to find a job and build a community here. They may be veterans who are struggling to find a new identity after their military service. They could be people who are long-term unemployed for whoever reason, have many years of under or unemployment on their work record. They could be people who are formerly incarcerated. Do you know that people who were formerly incarcerated are unemployed at 5 times the national rate? They're just so less likely to find a job because there's issues that prevent them from a skills, from a background check, from getting employed at many places. Or they could be retirees, people who have taken an early retirement, and there's a ton of them right now, who maybe are finding that they still want to work in some fashion or some capacity that could be employed. Now, these talent pools I'm calling untapped because we see when we look at them that there's a much higher level of unemployment. These people are more likely to be screened out of the process. And what I'm suggesting is that in the green industry, we have an opportunity, a rare opportunity, to employ some of these people. For instance, if you do landscape maintenance, or you have a garden or nursery center where there's somebody who's not in a public facing capacity, someone's appearance who's working for you does not matter. Someone who has face tattoos or piercings, or someone who is not super articulate, or maybe has trouble socially conversing with people, can really thrive in a way for us because we don't have those requirements where they may really struggle to work a cash register or work in a bank, for instance. We also tend to have very low requirements, typically speaking, for anything regarding high security. Now, I know even when I was a contractor, we had certain accounts where it was mandated that our people pass some sort of background check. Excuse me. But even then, we were able to hire many people, regardless of their background checks, to work for us.